here in the Sabi Sands in South Africa, and it is warm today, so they're lazy in the shade, as lions do. I am Noelle Fen Moden. It is very nice to meet you all, or to see you again, depending on who's watching today. And on camera, I have Senzo. Hello, Senzo. There's the three fingers. All right. Now, this Styx Pride is not all of the adult females. It's just one of the adult females, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the juveniles. I'm not quite sure where the rest of the pride is at the moment, but I'm assuming they're probably doing exactly what these lions are doing, which is sleeping for the 16 to 20 hours a day that they sleep. Now, while I'm busy waiting for some movement, let's head on over to Steph, who has something large and on foot. Thanks, Brent. Yes, I'm still with my big cats, and they are still sleeping away in the shade, conserving their energy. Lions do not have sweat glands like we as humans do, and so they will overheat with their furry skin if they are to move around too much in the heat of the day, which is why they sleep so much. Our temperatures tend to be quite warm in general. They are what's known as crepuscular, so most active at dusk or dawn, and then throughout any other cooler parts of the day. So if this was winter, they would be probably getting ready to move about now, but this being our summertime, it's way too hot for them. Now, many of you that watch us always are questioning, how is the Styx Pride doing with all of their mange? And you can see on this female on her elbow, there's the mange. A mange is a skin disease. It's actually created by a mite, which is similar to a spider. It's a parasitic mite. And what this particular type of mite does is it burrows into the skin and then causes itching and inflammation, which causes scratching, which causes an infection, and then bacteria comes in. This particular type of mite is also a mite that we as humans can get. It produces scabies with us. So this is a sarcoptic mite. Now, it's interesting. A lot of people wanted to know the last time we saw the Styx, but will this kill them off? Is this dangerous? As long as the population, so as long as these lions, for instance, their health was low, which got them the scabies, and then they've recovered their health, and that was because we had a drought going on, so they'll be fine. But if you had a very small population and their health didn't increase, it would definitely lead to not extermination, but it would lead to lower population numbers. Quite an interesting few papers that are out there, and I will share one of those papers on my Instagram account later for any of you that are interested in wildlife pathology. I definitely am. Something that's interesting about this type of scabies, it was transmitted from us to domesticated animals and then on to wildlife. Now, while we're busy waiting to see if these lions wake up, let's head on over to James. So we have a little bit of movement with our with our Styx Pride here. I was just thinking about a sighting that I had a little while ago with the Nkuhumas, where their juveniles were busy eating a tortoise on a warm afternoon. Our juveniles are just trying to find a better shady spot, unfortunately. The mom's lifted her head up just a little bit. She has been rolling onto her back every now and then and opening up her back legs to try and get some airflow into the main arteries that are there. And you'll notice with a lot of with all lions pretty much, it's very white under the belly. That's to help reflect away that sunlight. And then when they're lying, like you can see now, they are cooling themselves off as much as possible. Now, because these juveniles are young, they will start moving before the adults. It's similar to having small children. When it's nap time, they never want to nap. When it's bedtime, they never want to go to bed. And when you're really trying to sleep, they're always up and moving. That's pretty much what happens. Now, one of the reasons why I chose to come back now is that we're going to start seeing movement of animals either towards water holes or away from water holes. And the path line that the lions are on at the moment is indicating, I should say, that this is an area where there is some animal movement through. Now, that would mean if anything starts to come past, that we might get a bit of activity. Now, some of these youngsters are old enough to start not hunting themselves, but learning how to hunt. And what you'll see a lot this time of year is mom catching baby impala or warthog, even some of the larger warthogs, and keeping it alive so that the little ones can practice their pouncing skills. All of the skills that they learn now are skills that they're going to use as adults, and so they need to work all of those muscles. Now, the one that's moved over towards the grass that side probably has a tummy that's not feeling very well. He's busy eating some grass and trying to make himself feel a bit better. I had a dog at home that if I didn't feed him the food that he liked the most, used to do the same thing. So good wildlife are large cats and dogs that will do similar things to your domesticated cats and dogs at home. Mom's starting to just roll around a little bit. We'll see her just now. There she goes. Slowly, slowly, slowly waking up. We can see the size difference a little bit better now between her and the youngsters. The wind has also switched direction. The wind is now coming from our back. So if anything is walking towards them from behind me, she might start smelling it. Also, their hearing is incredibly good. There we go. All right, now while we're waiting for these little miniature diesel engines to really get going, let's head all the way up to Kenya, 1,600 miles away, to Brent with a beautiful sunset. We have this young lion that's still over in his little grass patch, and he's busy chewing on that grass to make his sore tummy feel better. We've had a couple more of the juveniles move over to the adult. There's a little bit of grooming that happened just now, so everybody is slowly but surely waking up, and I want to say moving, but they're not actually moving right this minute, unfortunately. Sorry again, remember we are sharing this sighting with some other vehicles, so please excuse any of the background noise in there. Now again, we briefly mentioned it earlier with the Styx Pride of lions. Not everybody is here, but there is a good portion of them. And the female, the adult female that is here, was busy making her contact calling noises. Now, I was talking to one of the other guides just now, and they said that the other two females are a little bit farther south from here. So it's possible that this female wants to get moving, but doesn't want to move too far from her sisters. That being said, you will see prides break up and move apart and then come back together often, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. Now, while we're waiting again for a little bit more movement, let's head back over to Tristan and see what Tingana's up to.